Hi guys, welcome once again to another interesting tutorial. My name is OJ. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time seeing my video, hello, please hit on that subscribe button because it will really help on this channel. Today's video is all about this gorgeous, beautiful style that you are seeing on the screen right now. Please watch and don't forget to like and comment. Enjoy. So I'll be drafting on this brown paper. I will start with the front pattern. I will be coming down for my guideline. This is the shoulder line. I will mark the neck width. So the neck width I'm going to make use of 2.75, and I will mark the shoulder divided by 2, which is 8.25. That's plus half inch to join the sleeve, right? Shoulder to chest is 10. Shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust is 15.6. Then the half length is 17.5 inches. Then I added 1 inch to that, right? So that's 18.5 inches. The 1 inch is half inch to join it to the round part. I'm going to cut out half inch later on. Hope that is clear. So I will make this into a straight line. This is our chest line, our bust line, under bust line, and this is the waist line. I'll be coming down for my armhole depth this way. I'll come down for my slope of 1 inch, go up half inch for the shoulder seam allowance. I'll connect it to the neck width. This half inch is for the shoulder seam allowance to join the front and back together. Hope that is clear. The neck depth for the front, I'm going to make use of 3 inches, and I'll connect it to the neck width this way. I'll mark for the dart. The nipple to nipple divided by 2 is 4.5 inches, then plus half inch, that's 5 inches. I'll mark it too on the bust line, then I'll connect it straight this way. Bust to the waist, right? The dart intake, I'm going to make use of 2.5 inches. So I'll divide it into 2, right? That's 1.25 on both sides. So I'll connect it to the under bust straight line. The same thing we have on the waist, that's what we have on the under bust. On the bust line, I'm going to be coming down half inch. Then I'll place my curve ruler this way to connect it. So that's it. So I'm going to make use of armhole presence dart. So I'm going to connect the dart to the armhole this way, right? So from your slope to your chest, you mark the midpoint of it, and you come in half inch. Then you connect your armhole curve here. So now I've already connected this, right? So make sure that this place is not sharp. So I'm going to be coming down 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect this up this way. So this is it. Make sure that this place is not sharp. So on this chest line, I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, 10.6. So please don't be confused with the 6 I'm mentioning. So when I say 10.6 or 1.6, I mean 1.5, then what is follow? That's 0.6, right? The dart is passing through here, so I'll measure it. I'll just make use of half inch, so I'll indicate it here. By the time I cut this my dart line out, I need half inch seam allowance to join the panels back together. That's 1 inch, so I will replace it here. Then my size seam allowance of 1.5, I will mark it here. I will come to the waist. The waist circumference divided by 4 is 9.5 inches. I will mark it here this way. The dart intake is 2.5. We'll replace it back. Then I will need 1 inch. That's half inch on both panels to join the panels together when I remove this dart, as I've explained. So I'll replace it here too. Then the size seam allowance of 1.5 inches. I'll mark it here this way. So now I'll block. At the side here, on my bust line, I'm going to come down 1.25. So this 1.25 is my side dart or my bust dart. I'm going to close this later on. But whatever thing I come down here, that's what I'm going to use to shorten the back panel, right? So you always do this so that your bust will be firm. So I'll connect it to the dart, half inch before the dart this way. So this is all we need for this panel. So I'll be cutting it out. Don't forget to close your side dart. Make sure you connect your new armor here. This is the panel for the front. After cutting it out, this is what we have, right? So this is what we are going to sew back. So this is what I meant. So I don't need to add half inch here again because we've already considered the half inch. We've already considered it for the side, right? So I've already considered half inch here, half inch here. So I don't need to add half inch again. So I'm just going to cut this directly on my fabric as it is. Then I'll be sewing it. So now let's move to the back panel. So I'll use this for the back panel. I'll be coming down half inch for our guideline as well. Then I also mark 1.5 inches for my zip seam allowance. This is for the zip, right? So our measurement is starting from this line here. I'll mark the neck width the same with the front. So the neck width is 2.75. We'll mark it here. Then the shoulder divided by 2 is plus half inch is 8.25. We'll also mark it here. I'll be coming down for the slope of 1 inch. I'll go up half inch. I'll come down for the chest 10 inches. Shoulder to bust is 11.6. Then the half length shoulder to waist for the back, we are going to make use of 17 inches. I've removed 1.5 inches away, and that's what we use for the side dart for the front. Hope that is clear. So now I'm going to make this to a straight line. I'll connect the shoulder slope this way. I'll go up half inch and connect it this way too. I'll connect my armhole curve. So just mark the midpoint, come in half inch, then connect your armhole curve here. So this is what we have, right? So there is not much paparazzi on this because this is just a normal basic pattern. I'll be coming down for the neck depth for the back 1 inch. I'll connect it to the neck width this way, then into the zip. On my chest here, I'm going to mark my bust circumference divided by 4, which is 10.75. We'll mark it here. Then the side seam allowance of 1.5 inches, we'll mark it here. I'll come to the waist. I'll be marking the waist circumference divided by 4, which is 9.5. I will be removing that here, but I'm not going to cut it out. I'm just going to sew it, normal dart, right? So I'll use that intake of 1 inch, then the side seam allowance of 1.5 inches. We'll mark it here. I'll do my center back shaping here. So I have 1.5 inches for my zip seam allowance. I'll remove half of it. I will replace quarter of that here. Hope that is clear. So I will block. Then I'll connect this straight up this way. This is to make your zip, your back relax, right? So it does not puff up or budge, right? So now I'll just indicate this dart here because I will notch it on my fabric when I'm cutting, when I'm sewing. I will hold the dart. I'm not cutting it out. So this is 1 inch, the dart intake that we have removed. So this panel is ready. I'll cut it out. So this is all we need for this panel now. So I'm going to cut them on my fabric, iron my stay on there and my wadding and my lining, then I'll come back to show you. So this is what we have after cutting it on my fabric. This is for the front, right? So I'm going to remove this pin. And this is what we have, right? So this is the make fabric, and I've ironed my stay on it and my wadding on it. So this is going this way. This is going this way, right? So I'll go over to my sewing machine now. So I'll place it this way. I'm going to sew this with 1/2 inch this way to the end here. So remember to notch all your midpoints so that it will meet, right? So this is the one for the front. So I'll do this to this. So I will do the same thing to the lining as well. Then for the back, we have just one piece, right? This is what we have for the back. Remember, we didn't cut our dart through, so we're sewing our dart. So I notch this area here where I will hold the dart so that it will reflect on the lining as well. So this is what we have, right? So I'm going to place it this way. I'll be holding the dart here. I'll do the same thing to the lining as well. So I'm going to sew this now. Then I will proceed to cut the second layer, which is the short skirt, right, before the pleat. And we are going to do that in my next video. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please hit on that subscribe button so you see the video once we upload it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like this video. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will see you in my next one. Bye.